Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, it's David here and welcome back to another video. And today's an exciting one because as you can see, I finally moved, so you guys will be able to stop asking what's going on with the empty shelves. They're full now. Here they are. It's looking cool. So I'm excited to be here, but today I want to discuss SMT V Vengeance, and we just got a bunch of new information that I want to go over in today's video. And I brought a good friend of the channel here, King Narukami 45, to discuss SMT V Vengeance with me. We'll go over what makes Vengeance everything that we wanted SMT V to be. So we both were big fans of SMT V. We both enjoyed it a lot. And regardless, there was still some issues that apparently Vengeance is attempting to fix. So let's get right into it. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, you'd like to stay up to date on all things when it comes to Atlas news, you're at the right place. Make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. Otherwise, a quick thumbs up is always a big help. Now, King Narukami 45, how are you, my friend? Thanks for being on.
I'm good. I'm really excited for Vengeance to come out in 2 months. Can you believe it? It comes out in 2 months, and they even moved up the date by a week.
They did.
So we're almost there to replaying a game that a lot of people had a lot to say, and we'll get into it. But I'm very excited. I'm happy to be back on your channel again, of course, David. So thanks for the invite.
It's been a while. I appreciate you being here, man. So make sure you guys check out King Narukami 45. Link to his YouTube is down in the description. So basically, I want to ask, what were your thoughts and first impression when the game was first revealed during the direct in that was February? It was everything's going so quick, as you said, like Reload, Infinite Wealth, Unicorn Overlord, and now Vengeance, and we're gonna blink and we'll be playing Metaphor Refinish, yo. So it's been really crazy. But Vengeance drops, trailer drops and everything, 60 frames per second, 4K, bunch of new content, new characters, new route, new Naho Bino form, new Bino. Everything looks crazy. So what were your first thoughts? Like, my audience, you guys know what I feel about Vengeance, but what do you think?
Man, I was so fucking crazy hyped for that. We all expected an SMT V re-release to come at some point. I kind of expected like a vanilla kind of port with no additional content, but maybe some new light demons or something. I expected it to be on PC. I expected it to be on PlayStation, Xbox. But I think this might be Atlas's greatest re-release yet.
Potentially, honestly, it has like Persona 5 Royal vibes to it, so I'm very, very excited to see how it goes. But you said it yourself, the big thing is it's now multi-platform, and that's a fantastic thing to see. I'm always praising multi-platform, as you guys know, but today what I want to discuss is, I think, and I think I'm going to speak with you with this one as well, but I think SMT V Vengeance is pretty much everything that we wanted from a re-release of SMT V and more. So let's go over some of the reasons why it exists and the issues that most people, including us, had with the original game. So the first thing that I feel is a need to talk about is the story in the original game. A lot of people have been very vocal about the story of SMT V and how it lacks. Well, basically, yeah, how it lacks a story. It lacks a story a little bit. Like, the characters are here, but there's not much development. Why are they here? It's a little small. Honestly, even the development team at Team Maniacs were vocal, saying that, hey, the reason why Vengeance is a thing is we need to put more focus on the characters. We need to put more focus on the story and everything. So what are your thoughts on that? Was that an issue for you as well? Because I know we were both big fans of SMT V, right?
I still think, it might be recency bias. I still think Infinite Wealth beats out for my favorite RPG of all time. But at the time, when I played it, I said it was my favorite RPG of all time.
That's huge praise.
Because the gameplay speaks for itself. Now, the story, as long as gameplay is really, really good, I can live without like a super engaging story. It was a bit underwhelming, for sure. There's a lot that they could have done, especially with, like, there's a scene with a blonde head guy. I don't even know what his fucking name is.
Ichiro.
Yeah, the Ryuji wannabe.
Yeah.
That just all of a sudden turns into, like, embraces, like, chaos and everything, and by just putting off his hat and slicking back his hair. Like, there was no context given to why he did that when he did it. Like, it was, I don't know if it was the fault of Atlas, or if it was the fault of Nintendo because they wanted the game out, or if it's a combination of both, why the story ended up the way it was. But I'm definitely glad to see that there's going to be a new route, and it looks like it's going to be everything that we wanted the original story to be. And if you want to experience the original story, it's there as well. It's like 160 hours of content if you
Yep.
never beat the game in the first place. So that's crazy to me.
It really is. And again, the team mentioned how there's going to be a focus on characters now. And I don't even know if you know that yourself because it's new info that recently came out. But some of the main characters in the original game, like Ichiro that you mentioned, or the other ones that, again, same here, I can't really recall all the names, but some of them are now playable. You can have them in your party. You can have them in battle with them. And that's crazy because you quickly said it, but the gameplay and the combat in SMT5 is peak. It is. Like, I have nothing bad to say about the combat in that game, and I'm going to be playing Vengeance in hard mode. That's how much I like it. I don't do hard mode normally, but I want to get destroyed. And everything that they're adding here with new characters to play in battle. There's even new characters that you can also play with in battle. It looks absolutely awesome. Now, there's another gameplay addition that they added in Vengeance called Demon Hunts. And Demon Hunts are basically locations that can be visited by accessing the Leyland fountains that you can find in the overworld, and they're basically connecting Dahat, the main world of SMT5, they're connecting its different regions. And in the Demon Hunts, the protagonists, demons, they appear and they gather all together, and the player gets to enjoy interacting with them and also interact with allies. So basically that's just character development. You can converse with them, you can talk with them, have conversations, you can give them gifts and everything, and basically you can speak with them, and you can even take photos with a brand new camera mode here with these characters. So they're really like, they're giving you something here with the characters. They know that we wanted more out of these characters. You look at them, you hear them talk in the original game, you know that there's something special there, but you can't get it. You can't. They're teasing you, right? And now it's here in Vengeance.
The first thing I thought about when I saw all that, it's like, damn, they're turning SMT5 into a dating simulator.
I was afraid. I thought you were going to say they're turning SMT5 into Persona 5.
No, we're not going to go that. No, we're not going to say that. But I do like all these additional things that they're doing. And like you said, the more stuff that we get from the characters and the more that we get to know them, because we didn't in the original game, the better. And from what I know, they're also, adding a few things. I don't know if it's 100% true, but adding a few things to the original story as well. Nothing too groundbreaking or anything, nothing too big, but it kind of makes me want to go back and replay it. Like, get the entire complete.
Yeah. I need to wait, though. I need to wait and play that new game because, again, it looks awesome. And another thing that they're saying, and I want to quote Atlas and what they said here with Demon Hunts, because it gives you a good idea of what Demon Hunts are basically. So, quote, they're saying, in addition, special conversations may occur regarding game progression such as battles and field exploration, and these may offer rewards such as items or status enhancements of demons. If you see a conversation notification in the menu, why not visit a demon hunt? You can have conversations not only with your demons, but also with the Aogami. Some of these conversations may lead to stat and ability bonuses for the Nahobino. So it's not just added social interactions, like I mentioned before, that are kind of worthless. They're giving you something for it, like new abilities, new bonuses for your demons and main character. So they're even giving you an incentive to like learn more about these characters. All of that to me sounds freaking awesome.
Yes, 1000%. The more we get to know these characters that were a bit underwhelming at first, the better, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Now, there is also new areas in Dahat, which again was a huge world in SMT5. You get lost in some of the areas. I remember, It's Ginza. I remember getting lost in Ginza and hearing this banger soundtrack back to back and just keep playing it and everything. But now they're adding new areas. There's a new one specifically that stands up called the Shinjuku Ward area. Brand new area. So basically what they're saying is in Shinjuku Ward, you have like new roaming demons that are going to be in that area, and you will be able to find some special demons that are clothed in an aura of Magatsuhi. So basically just more powerful demons. You have that in Persona 3 Reload. You have some personas roaming the field in Tartarus that are like, they have this red aura around them. Think of it like that. It's basically the same thing. They have this Magatsuhi era around them. They're harder demons, they're dangerous enemies is what they're describing them as. They have powerful skills, but if you are strong enough to beat them, you will get like valuable items and special things that you wouldn't get elsewhere. So again, another incentive and another little something new that is going to make the gameplay even better. Now, another small thing that you pointed out to me, and we don't necessarily know what that consists of, but you'll be able to go to the main character's dorm room in the real world when you're not in Daha. So what does that imply? Can you like spend time with the party members in the real world as well by going to your dorm room? Maybe, but that is not something that was confirmed. If I'm wrong, you can tell me in the comments. This is all new info. We're still learning about that stuff because people in Japan are previewing the game already. Lucky peeps. We cannot do that sadly, but yeah. So all around, the new stuff in SMT V Vengeance looks awesome, and to me, it's pretty much everything that I wanted SMT V to be, and that's as a fan of 5.
Right. Me too. Like 2 months ago, and I'm setting aside time to actually play this game. Every other game can wait. Even though I've played the original before, I really can't wait to experience the game again as it should have been when it released, of course.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. It's going to be awesome. And there's a few things that I want to ask you if you don't mind, and that's going to wrap things up here for us today. But on what platform are you getting it? Because now it's on all systems.
Right. And that's very interesting. I'm literally buying it on pretty much everything that I have, but PS5 is going to be my main platform. I do want to play it on Steam Deck at some point, because I know the specs for the PC version are very... at the end of the day, it's still a Nintendo Switch game. So the specs for the PC version are very minimal compared to a lot of other titles.
That's cool.
So I can see it running at a good 720p 60 FPS on Steam Deck. But for me, I kind of want that 4K 60 FPS experience, because SMT 5 was, even on Switch, was a beautiful game. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to see what a, not just the FPS, but the bump up in resolution from the Switch can do to this game, because it was already beautiful, like I said.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you know me, I'm a huge fan of the Switch. I think the portable nature, the fact that it's hybrid and everything, it's so fluid and it's very simple. That's where I'm playing all my RPGs, and even with that in mind, I'll be, playing Vengeance on Switch again. I want to see if they fixed some of the pop-ins. I want to see if it runs more stable now and everything, or if it's basically the same type of performance. I want to see that, and I want to cover that on the channel, so that's where I'll play it. But I'm definitely picking up a PS5 copy as soon as there's a price cut, because as you said so well yourself, the visuals look insane in the trailers. It's crazy how crisp it looks. The art style in SMT 5 pushed the Switch. They really did. Mm-hmm. It looks awesome on Unreal Engine and everything. So on PS5, PC, Xbox, whenever you want to play it, it's going to look even better. And 60 frames, again, for a turn-based RPG is not necessary, in my opinion. I know some people say 30 frames is unplayable. I'm not part of these people. I really think it's fine as long as it's stable, but it makes a difference. I'd lie if I was saying it doesn't make a difference. It looks crisp, it looks fluid, and I'm here for it. But we keep praising that game, but there's still controversy around that release. There's always controversy around Atlas releases. And first up, what do you think about it being $60? It's a full price. It's not $70, but it's $60. So you purchased SMT 5 on Switch, and now you're buying Vengeance for $60 again on another platform. So what do you think about that? How do you feel about that?
I think the content speaks for itself. It's what they say, the new route, it's like 60 to 80 hours long. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot more to do. I think it justifies the price, and I know a lot of people are not going to go that way. Should there be like a little upgrade option for existing Switch owners that want to spend like an extra like $20 and get like the new stuff? Sure, that's fine. But if you're looking from like perspective like PS5 or something, I think it's a very fair price, because you are getting that extra content and everything. And people might say we're just sucking off Atlas at this point, and we'll just take anything that they shit and eat it. But I think it's a fair price. What about you?
I'm with you. I mean, obviously we're biased. We both run an Atlas YouTube channel. We're both big SMT Persona fans. So
Hey, at
obviously
the same time, we call out Atlas when they do
we
something.
do. Yes, we do. But we're still biased in the fact that we're huge fans, right? So for me, of course, it's worth it. Even if it was not on other platforms, it would be. But I'm glad it's on other platforms. If you didn't buy the original game, it's obviously worth 60. If you bought it, again, as you said, an upgrade path would have been great. And that's another point that is an issue for a lot of people. But Switch players will only be able to transfer 3 demons to Vengeance. So you don't get to transfer your save. You don't get anything else. Plus,
Which is
you repay.
weird. That's
It's
weird.
weird in the industry. It's not weird for Atlas and Sega. They don't know what they're doing at times. I mean, as much as their development teams are good, as a publisher, they take some of the worst decisions and weird decisions, and I'm not surprised to see it. I mean, come on. Persona 5 Royal on PS4 released for 60 in 2019. It's a 120 hours RPG, and they re-released it for 60 on PlayStation 5. So it's backwards compatible, right? You can play it on that same version. There's no upgrade paths. You had to pay 60, and there's no way to transfer your over 100 hour of content of save progress. You cannot transfer that to the PS5 version. So if you want to play 60 frames Persona 5 Royal on your PS5 and you own the PS4 copy, you have to repay the full price and you have to restart the whole thing. So I'm not surprised. Is it a bummer? It is, but I'm not surprised at all. The main thing that is a bummer is there's still DLC. There's still Day 1 DLC in Vengeance. There's still paid D1 DLC in Vengeance. And when there's a re-release, I'll criticize them. If you re-release the game for full price, there needs to be everything for free in the $60 game. That's the least that you can do. When Persona 5 Royal dropped in 2019, not the PS5 re-release, the first release of Royal, there was Day 1 DLC. And I was criticizing them. I said, that makes no sense. You're re-releasing P5. Yes, there's new content, but it's full price. There needs to be no DLC. 4 years later, they're still doing the same thing. So to me, yes, it's a bummer, but it's not surprising. Otherwise, everything about SMT 5 Vengeance looks awesome, and I'll be there Day 1.
Yeah. I will not be buying the DLC Day 1 though.
Me neither.
Definitely not. No. We're getting physical versions of the games. There is deluxe versions of this game, right?
Yep.
Like digital. Yeah, we don't get that with our physical versions. So we can just tune the DLC out and I'm good, but it's still something that needs to be addressed and it's still shitty.
It needs to be pointed out, and I'll do it whenever they do it. So I'm always doing it.
We're always going to be complaining about it, bro. Like 2027 rolls around, P6 comes out, we're still going to be complaining about Day 1 DLC.
Yep. Thank you so much for joining me, dude. SMT5 Vengeance is right around the corner, but what do you think about the game? Do you think SMT5 Vengeance will be everything that you ever wanted from a new SMT5 game? Or is it everything that you wanted after playing SMT5 like it's the case for us? So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see y'all very soon. Bye.
See y'all.